We are gathered here today for more Bridezillas. I know. It's just like Karen's. I literally am shocked that there are so many Bridezilla stories on the internet. It's mind-boggling. Like, can people just calm down on their wedding day? Anyways, my friend was a bridesmaid at a wedding where the bride demanded that nobody cut their hair or gain any weight before the big day. Hey, all their hairstyles had to be the exact same length. She had to control every aspect of what they did. Listen, it is one thing to tell me I can't gain or lose any weight or whatever. No, it's just gain any weight. Even a pound? Anyways, the fact that our hair has to be the same length, I'm sorry. So if someone's hair is here, are you telling them that they need to get extensions, or am I cutting my hair? Because absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't. Why so nitpicky? I was maid of honor and her best friend and roommate, but since I'm ugly, she wouldn't let me be in any pictures. I'm sorry. Who decided you're ugly? Are you calling yourself ugly? Because I don't like that. And is she saying you're not allowed to be in the pictures because you're ugly? Girl, you were the maid of honor and best friend and roommate, and she's saying you're too ugly to be in her photos? I would not even show up. What do you mean? I would leave. That's so rude. I don't know why you're being so casual about this. That's terrible. That is so mean. You shouldn't say that to anybody, let alone your best friend and roommate. Oh my God. After this wedding day, they would live together still. Well, I feel like she'd move in with her husband. Let's be real. The final straw for me was when the bride demanded to see the toast I'd written so she could edit it. She ended up rewriting it all together, and I ended up skipping her wedding. You bailed? I mean, I wouldn't want that either, especially if I took the time to sit there and think and write out this beautiful toast, and you didn't like it and decided to rewrite it. Like, then you read it. Why did I even bother? You might as well write your own and give it yourself. Why am I here? That's why they weren't. That's why they weren't. I was asked not to wear my glasses on the big day. I have terrible vision and contact lenses irritate my eyes. So I spent the whole day tripping over things, bumping into people, and squinting to try to see the ceremony. The bride then asked me if I could stop scrunching up my eyes because it was drawing people's attention away from her and the groom. Really? Really? Is it really taking the attention away from you and the groom? I highly doubt that. You're fine. Also, it is so stressful to try to walk down that aisle and not trip, even with glasses, okay? I had to do that at my sister's wedding recently, and I was like, oh my God. And then I had to climb upstairs to get onto the little stage thing. It was like, okay? It is pressure. Can't imagine doing that without my sight. The bride didn't want to get her or the bridesmaid's hair and makeup done professionally. So she asked me on the morning of the wedding to do everyone's hair and makeup. Sneaky. Her reasoning for picking me was that I was used to having to wear makeup occasionally when I did theater shows. This one I don't even understand. The bride was sneaky, and she's like, well, if I ask her on the day and give her no notice, like, she can't say no, you know, like, she'll feel the pressure to say yes to me. But two, like, everyone just rolled up there not knowing what was happening. Like, I don't get it. Like, I knew what was happening with my hair and makeup long before the wedding day as a bridesmaid. So what, were you just like, oh, we're just gonna wing it? I hate doing it would look so bad if I did anybody's makeup. I have no business touching anybody's face or their hair. I'm pretty decent with doing people's hair. I can do really good French braids and stuff like that, and a lot of my friends have asked me to French braid their hair, and I have, and I've killed it. I also have helped curl my friend's hair. I can do the basics, okay? I can do like the bare minimum. I was single when the bride asked me to be in the bridal party. The wedding got postponed and I ended up getting engaged. Oh, congratulations. A month before the wedding. She refused to invite my fiance as she only wanted single people in the wedding party. Why? Why does that matter? So you just expected your entire wedding party to not find love until you were married. Isn't that nice? Screw your happiness. Don't go on dates. You're not allowed to meet anybody. Wow, that's nice. Okay, I don't understand that. Why does it matter if people are single? I'm pretty sure most wedding parties, people are dating or already married. I don't know if well, you could be young. You could get married young. and your wedding party just all happens to be single. You know, maybe that is a thing. I was asked to dye my hair. The reason? Her whole family is blonde and blue-eyed. She didn't want someone to think she asked someone who wasn't family to be in the wedding party. When I refused, she actually suggested a wig. She ended up with 2 brunettes in the group after her sister dyed her hair without knowing anything about the hair color rule. Well, thank God for her sister doing that. What? So, okay, let's just say you dyed your hair. You put in some blue contacts and you dyed your hair blonde. You're gonna walk around that wedding and lie and be like, yeah, I'm family, I'm a cousin. Like, wouldn't her family and everyone at the wedding know that that is not family? Like, I don't even understand, even if you did it, what sense that makes. Did my sentence just make sense? What sense that makes? Like, that can't be the proper grammar, Joce. Las Vegas wedding. Ooh, I wonder how fun those are. Afterwards, we all went to dinner at a restaurant in the Paris casino. The bride was walking through the casino in her wedding gown when a man standing near the bar congratulated her and offered to buy her and her new hubby a drink. She sneered at him and gave him an angry no, then kept marching along. Afterwards, I'd asked her if she knew who that was. She didn't. It was Ross? I said. She blinked at me and had no idea who that was. Oh, I don't either. The singer? He's headlining the casino tonight, I said. She was really embarrassed and she finally started to loosen up and be nicer for the rest of the trip. Oh my God. Rawls, you stupid. It's small and it looked like an eye. Lou Rawls. It's early and I'm tired, you guys. Forgive me. When you probably heard that, you probably cringed so hard and I don't blame you. That was so cringeworthy. I totally get it. I don't know, anyone, even if it wasn't Lou, anyone being like, hey, congrats, let me grab you and your hubby a drink. Don't have to ask me twice. Say no more. That sounds lovely. You're in Vegas. Have a good time. I recently attended my father's 5th wedding, I don't judge, in August of this year, of which I was not asked but required to be a bridesmaid. About 24 hours after the wedding, my new stepmother was screaming at me in front of the entire wedding party for not referring to her as my mother. Keep in mind, my real mother is very much alive and we are very close. Yeah, that's a no. Coming from someone with divorced parents, if I was in that situation, nah, no. But you're not, like, you're quite literally not my mother. It's a fact. Even with marriage, it gives you a stepmother position, sure, but depends if you're close. I am personally very close with both of my step-parents, so I love them. And I do refer to them as stepmother and stepdad. When my friend was a bridesmaid, she received an astonishingly detailed itinerary on how to behave on the wedding day, with notes like 9:52 a.m. compliment the bride on how she looks on the most important day of her life. That would be so stressful. Like having to just, basically you gotta hold it. You gotta walk around with the itinerary in hand and just go through the play-by-play as it goes. Okay, would you like to come in or not? Because you're making noise. Go, jump. Good girl. This girl, I swear. I've tried to put her in my videos, y'all. She doesn't want any part of it. My sister wanted me to do a slideshow for her wedding, which is easy and no big deal. But then she got super picky, so I told her straight up that she can either use what I made or spend thousands on a professional. She chose to go with what I made. Yeah. Especially if you're asking to do, like if you ask someone, they spent the time, they did it for free, they put their time and energy into it. Like, I mean, hey, if you want it professionally done, go for it. Oh my God, do you guys remember making slideshows in like high school? PowerPoints, like all your projects were on PowerPoints. Oh my God, sitting in the library and like choosing how the font would spin into the screen. What theme color, like what will be the color theme of my next slide? Oh my God. I really went ham on some of those slideshows, y'all, with the effects and stuff. It would like do the bounce in and then swivel out. My stepsister threw me out of her wedding because her husband-to-be complimented me on my weight loss. Well, that sounds just like massive insecurities. I mean, even if he made comments and like, let's say he was being like super inappropriate about it, like Crossing boundaries. Talk to your husband. That has nothing to do with her. You should be looking at your mans. Maybe kick him out of the wedding. But it genuinely sounds like he was like, oh wow, you look great. Nothing further. Guarantee it was something as simple as that. The bride's mom comes up to me at the beginning and tells me not to take any pictures of the groom's family. She said that they didn't help pay for the pictures, so they shouldn't have any pictures taken of them. I don't think that's how it works. Like, that is so beyond. No, I'm sure the groom would love to have his family in the pictures, even if they didn't pay for the pictures. I don't know. I don't think we just avoid taking their photo. That's not very nice. The bride wanted an unconventional wedding, as in a 3-day long campground potluck wedding for which the whole family was expected to fly across country from New York to California. We had to bring our own tents, sleeping bags, and a hot homemade dish that you'd have to haul across 3,000 miles. I feel like I've read a story from this wedding before. This is ringing a bell, you guys, about this camping potluck wedding. I don't know if it's the same story, but I was really freaking pumped for it. It's ringing a bell because I heard something like this and I remember saying, doesn't sound all that bad. I love camping. A wedding on a 3-day camping trip and potluck style, like, bro, that sounds like a good old time for me. It really does. It's a lot different when you have to like fly across the country to a campground and stuff. Like, it's a lot to ask. Throughout the course of the very long wedding ceremony and reception, the bride changed 7 dresses? No, it wasn't a cultural thing. They were 7 nearly identical white satin dresses. Why? I understand having a backup maybe if you thought you might stain your dress or something. I don't know. But 7? The money. And even spending the time changing that many times. No, thank you. I literally refuse to try things on in store. I'm so bad. I really only have to try on like bottoms, but like shirts and stuff, I'm like, I'm just gonna wing it or whatever. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Like, I'm one of those. I hate trying on clothes. Anyways, those are Bridezillas, you guys. You know I will be back with more. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I'll see you tomorrow.